How's it going, guys? Welcome to Monday's upload. I figured we might as well start off the week with something, nice and simple. I had this match at, I think, the stream I had yesterday morning, which is something I don't normally do. I don't normally stream on Sunday morning. But I had a lot of people turn out, so I guess Sunday morning is kind of a thing for you guys. I mean, let me know, what time works best for you guys if you, want to watch me, because it worked out really well that day. Anyways, this is a match I had against someone by the name of J0ckstrap, which is kind of silly, but we'll go ahead and play that back right as soon as I can figure out what's going on with Sony Vegas right now. Alright, looking at it, we kind of had the same things in mind in that we're bringing a fire, water, grass, physical wall, dragon, and fighting type. Now the thing is my dragon does some different things, and I have two fighting types on this team, and my physical wall isn't exactly a steel type, but more or less we're kind of thinking in the same vein, with the whole fire, water, grass thing, and it's kind of a more relaxed standard thing, but we'll go ahead and jump right into it, I guess. He's going to go ahead and lead out with a main shout. I decided to lead out with my Arcanine just so I can get the Intimidate off, just in case he decides to lead off with a physical attacker. I really don't see him leading off with Skarm, but if he does, I can go ahead and work with that as well. Seeing a main shout, I don't think he's going to go for the HP Ice, predicting this thing to come in on the first turn. And I'm not seeing any life orb recall or anything like that, so I'm curious as to what kind of main shout it is. That doesn't really look like bandit damage to me at all, especially on the U-turn. I'm kind of suspecting Scarf as well, but you're going to see something else that's just kind of weird. Anyways, as Azumarill comes in, I could have protected here just to scat out, see what it wanted to do, but I still didn't know whether or not it was going to be a sub-punching set or a bandit set, so I figured the best play would have been to go out to Rotom, take whatever attack it wanted to offer me, and in case it was a sub-punching set, I could have volt switched on the sub, and then if he went for the focus punch, then I could have gone into to Gliscor. That probably would have been the best thing there. But seeing as how it went for the Ice Punch, I'm actually just going to go ahead and go for the Will-O-Wisp. Hopefully I can catch something nice. I end up lighting his Superior on fire. Now, he told me this isn't a Dream World one. I'm like, okay, that's fine. But the thing is, I don't really know what to expect from it. I know Subseed, I wasn't really expecting Glare. So, this thing is now status fodder. I don't really mind having it in against it, because the worst he can probably do is Giga Drain. I do see screens now. He does set up the Reflect first. On the off chance that I'm going to be a physical set, but I brought my special one with me today. And I'm going to go for the Focus Blast, just, hopefully do some good damage. Hopefully it's not too especially bulky. I don't know what these things tend to run. I know HP and stuff. But now that he sees that I'm special, he's going to go ahead and set up the light screen now. I might as well just go for the Giga Drain on the off chance he's going to switch, because I know burn damage will take him out at the end of the turn. Regardless of what I do, maybe that little bit of damage that Giga Drain would have done, would have taken him out. Turns out to be a crit, I really don't think it matters, to be honest. Anyways, Victini comes in. I don't have anything that wants to touch it anyway, plus I have a way better switch to do, so I'm going to go out to Gliscor. As, he's going to go for the V-Create. That was me operating on the off chance that it was physical. If he had been special, I wouldn't have appreciated a Fire Blast. But thankfully he is physical. I take that V-Create really well, and I'm like, that's not Bandit. Is that Scarf too? I'm just confused by the low damage output of everything on this team. So, I'm going to go for the Earthquake on the switch, just on the off chance he wants to stay in for some reason. Just might as well get some damage on something. I don't want to be setting up because I know Skarm is still around and I'm going to have to deal with that before Gliscor can do anything. So, I'm going to go for the Protect because I'm still thinking that he's Choice. I'm thinking Choice Banded. So, I Protect, I see Waterfall, I'm like, alright, Rotom, let's do it again. So, he goes for the Waterfall. I'm going to take that, pretty damn well. And thinking that he's probably going to go to something to take the Will-O-Wisp, I instead go for the Thunderbolt instead. But he makes kind of a weird play here, goes out to Main Shout, which is not really what I was expecting. He could have very easily gone out to Haxorus. But then again, maybe he didn't really want to risk the Will-O-Wisp, but he would have resisted the Hydro Pump and the Thunderbolt. I don't know, this is just me thinking off the top of my head. That's kind of a weird thing. But he does have the Light Screen up as well, so he takes that T-Bolt better than I thought. That High Jump Kick doesn't do as much as I thought it would either. I'm kind of confused as to that damage. But I burn it, so I figure I might as well get out of here if I'm not mistaken, since, if he's going to go for another High Jump Kick, I definitely got something that can take that in the form of Gliscor, so go into that, and I speed this part up because this kind of confuses me. He gets 2 crits on the High Jump Kick, completely irrelevant. But I set up to +6 because I'm like, I really got nothing to lose at this point. If he's going to switch, then he's going to switch. If he's going to stay in and let burn damage take him out, then let him do that. I mean, a burn main shot really doesn't have much use, but you could still use the Regenerator and use it to take hits. I don't know. So I get up to +6, I Protect right here as he goes for the High Jump Kick, and he just ends up keep going and crashing. You know how that goes. So, looking good here. I'm almost at full health, and he brings in Azumarill. Now, if I remember correctly, I'm faster than these things anyway, so I might as well go for the Earthquake just on the off chance. Something that probably would have forced me out easily would have been Scarm. I wouldn't have wanted to stay in on that. So bringing in Azumarill, kind of a weird play as well. But he brings in Victini, and I'm like, I don't know what this Victini wants to do. And he goes for Final Gambit. I'm like, oh, right, they learned that. I completely forgot about that. I haven't seen that shit in like months. So he gets away with the Final Gambit. If he's running max HP and max speed like I think he is in order to have Final Gambit, you know, KO a lot of things, then that does take me out. Because I don't think a regular stock HP would be able to take me out from that range. But it's a double down. So I decided to bring in my Latios. Just because it's Latios, it will scare off Haxorus, unless you actually know what my Latios does, which it is actually a dual screening set, and it kind of did the thing that it was supposed to, and you know, scare off other things that don't want to take a Draco. So I go for the Reflect instead. I know Magic Coat is the perfect thing to go on Scarm because it'll either Stealth Rock, it'll Spike, or it'll Whirlwind. I really don't see him going for the Brave Bird right now. I see him, you know, trying to take advantage of my switch. So I let him know, hey, I'm going to bounce this back if you keep trying to set him up some more. So I go for the Light Screen. If I'm not mistaken, I think I got both of my screens set up on that one. And, did I? I don't think I got my Reflect set up. I think I might get that set up soon. I wasn't really paying attention. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Okay, so I think I already got it set up. So I switch out, go into Rotom, because I know I'm pretty low on health from Kajondo, and I'm like, you know, I can Pain Split on this or something else. I am good to go, definitely, to take Brave Birds, and that does, like, nothing. If I'm not mistaken, I think Leftovers brings me back up to, like, almost the exact same point. So, if he wants to stay in, you know, predict me, you know, going for the T-Bolt and then, you know, go for the Roost or whatever, I'm fine. I'm just going to go for a Pain Split, get back as much health as I can, and that works out for me. So, he goes for the Whirlwind to phase me out. I got some health back, that's okay. So, what do we have next? We have my Scrafty, who incidentally really doesn't end up doing too much this game, which is kind of unfortunate, but I should have taken out Haxorus before I tried to do anything. So, he brings Scrafty in on the Whirlwind, but the thing that sucks here is I get the Intimidate off on the Skarmory as opposed to the Haxorus when it comes in now, because we do make a double switch. Had I stayed in and gone for the Drain Punch, I would have gotten some damage on that, and, you know, it just would have been a sure kill with Latios, barring that he wasn't the DD set. But I decided to switch out right here. I'm going to go into my Scrafty, Scrafty? Yeah, I'm thinking the low evolution is Scraggy. But thanks to the Reflect, I take that, you know, pretty well, but that still does a little more than I thought it would. I know I'm an offensive one, maybe I'm overestimating my own bulk, but Outrage is a clean 2-hit KO. I'm okay with that, because if I'm not mistaken, I think he gets the 3-turn Outrage anyway, so he's locked in on Outrage. I'm thinking a Stab Dragon Pulse from Latios, without any Spec Attack investment or anything like that, should be good to go on Haxorus, seeing as how it's Spec D isn't really anything to be writing home about. So, take it out, which is nice. I don't have any special investment, I just have HP and Speed on that guy. Now, I kind of want to go for the Magic Coat here, on the off chance he'll try to Whirlwind me out, but I think he ends up just going straight for the, you know, the attacking moves, knowing that I'm a support set as opposed to a regular set. I don't have any recovery on this, it's dual screening, and it's, what is it? It's Magic Coat, and then it's Dragon Pulse. But I know Latios does his job better, but you know, Latios is just a for funsy thing. So I end up setting up the screen, and he does predict around Magic Coat correctly, gets one layer of Spike set up, so it's better than nothing. But I think Scarm is his last one left, so I'm just kind of sitting in here like, all right, I can go to Arcanine, and I can just kid off with the Flare Blitz from here. I also have my options in Rotom Wash, you know, Pain Splitting, and then Whirlwind, or T-Bolting, and then Hydro Pumping, doing that stuff. But he just Whirlwinds me, you know, right out just to go ahead and get some shuffling going on and stuff. And he brings in something that is quad weak to flying. I do not want to be in here for this shit, trust me. So, I think I switch out despite the fact that he can very easily phase out again, but this is too tempting of an option for him, you know, for him to go for the Brave Bird and, you know, possibly have me predict that he won't Whirlwind or anything like that. But he ends up going for the Spikes. I figured the best opportunity right here was to go out to this, because I know I'm not going to be taking any Spikes damage. I haven't seen Stealth Rock from this thing either at all. So I can just stay in here, fire off T-Bolts until it dies, you know, Pain Split, do that stuff. Rotom Wash has a lockdown on that thing. I could also burn it if I really wanted to cripple it even further, but it turns out I got the Paralysis on here, which is kind of irrelevant because I'm faster anyway. So he sets up a Roost, looking at how much T-Bolt does, the next one will KO, and that'll be the game. So kind of getting a little ahead of myself. Probably shouldn't have done that. But, where are we? So, you can see my lefties go before him, so just take him out, and that's the game. So, if you guys enjoyed it, go ahead and leave a... I can't talk. Can we get a do-over on that? That was really bad. Anyways, that's the game. If you guys enjoyed that, go ahead and leave a like rating, comment, subscribe, do your thing. And, that's gonna do it out of me for today. I had a couple other really good games happen from that day. I I was trying out something with a Toxic Spiker with Drapion, and then that Roserade set that I'd been using a while back. Kind of decided to, you know, try that thing around. Got a couple good matches with it, so, you know, you might see those later on this week. Might see, you know, a couple other things. So I guess my question of the day to you guys, I don't really offer these too often, or, you know, just dish them out too often, but what day of the week would probably work out best for you if I were to stream? Because if I were, you know, to stream, I would probably feel inclined to do it on my non, you know, picture-in-picture uploading days. So like Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Actually, I'm okay with Friday night. So like Tuesday, Thursday, Friday night, and then Saturday, and then Sunday. So those are the days I just want to cater to you guys, you know, so I can get the most people in there. We'll have ourselves a jolly old time. So I can go ahead and operate on that. Got some other uploads I'm going to work on. Not really sure about TCGO. That's been lagging a lot lately. If I can get one, then, you know, you'll expect that. Got the LP going as well. You know how that goes. And that should do it out of me, so I'll see you guys tomorrow.